The following 18 questions are from a real SAT test given in May 2011, Section 5, Identifying Sentence Errors, and all these questions are reused courtesy of the College Board because we're a non-profit. Number 12, there is many industrial uses for copper. There is many uses, that's already wrong, okay? Because it is an especially good conductor of both heat and electricity. Yep, A is the answer. There are many uses. Of the 5 films that Foong saw during the film festival, the last was unquestionably the more enjoyable. Okay, 5, anytime you're talking about 3 or more things, you don't use more, you use most. The most enjoyable. And actually, they gave you a hint here. The last one. If he had only seen, say, 2 films, then you say the latter was unquestionably the more enjoyable. But 3 or more films, the last was the most enjoyable. D. If not for bees, which are responsible for pollinating the vast majority of Earth's flowers, many plants were unable to produce fruits or seeds. Okay, which are talking about the bees, are plural, that's correct. Responsible for, correct. Notice this is the present tense, so this cannot be past. What you need is many plants would be unable. Right? So thanks to the bees, plants are able to produce fruits or seeds. If it weren't for the bees, if not for bees, many plants would be unable to produce. So D. Oh wait, no, sorry. Would be unable is C. So this one, C. Okay. 15. From his smile, it was evident that Burton had successfully reached an agreement to be averting a strike. From his smile, Burton's smile, it was evident, it was clear that, that's correct, had successfully reached, verb, adverb, correct, an agreement to do something. A decision, an agreement to do something, to avert a strike. So it's D. Many people agree that the full artistic potential of jazz was first realized in recordings made by Louis Armstrong with the band known as the Hot Five. Seems like no error, but let's double check. Many people agree, plural, that's correct. Full artistic potential of jazz was, potential singular, correct, was first realized in recordings made by Louis Armstrong with the band known as the Hot Five, with the band which is known as the Hot Five. That's correct, so no error. 17. Had I known that we would be walking the 15 blocks from the movie theater to the restaurant, I would have worn more comfortable shoes. I would have. Yeah, we say I would have. Yeah, but it's not spelled like this. I would have. So it means if I had known that we would be walking, I would have worn more comfortable shoes. D. 18. One of the good things about using corn oil as automobile fuel is that it makes car exhaust smell appealingly like French fries. One of the good things, one thing, so one is singular, that's correct. There are many good things about using, good things about is correct, is that it makes car exhaust smell, makes it smell, that's correct. So E. Number 19. In 1961, Rita Moreno gained fame and won an Academy Award for her portraying Anita in the film adaptation of the groundbreaking Broadway musical West Side Story. Here you either say she gained fame and won an Academy Award for portraying Anita, or you can say for her portrayal of Anita in the film adaptation of. So, of course, for portraying is much better. You don't need all this long, awkward stuff. For portraying Anita, but if you have to use her, it has to be portrayal of Anita in the film adaptation. So, C. According to a recent study, the domestication of cats had began in the Middle East over 100,000 years ago. According to a recent study, that's correct, the domestication of cats, singular, had begun. Right? The conjugation begin, began, begun, had begun in the Middle East over 100,000 years ago. C. 21. Saffron, one of the world's most expensive spices, has been used as a fragrance, dye, medicine, and to season food for more than 3,000 years. Remember, parallel structure, we need to balance everything out. Okay, saffron is one of the world's most expensive spices. That's correct. Saffron has been used, singular, singular, correct, as a fragrance, dye, medicine, and food seasoning. Why? Because all this has to be balanced. It has been used as a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Noun, 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 noun. Seasoning as a noun, as a food seasoning for more than 3,000 years. So C. As the price of petroleum rises and concern about the environmental effects of petrochemicals mounted, the plastics industry is racing to create plastics not made from petroleum. As the price of petroleum rises, present tense, price rises, and concern about the environmental effects of petrochemicals, concern, singular, it has to be the same as this, the present tense, so concern mounts. Singular, present. The plastics industry is racing to create plastics not made from petroleum. Plastics not made from petroleum. That's correct. So the answer is B. Number 23. The flavor of a Meyer lemon, a fruit native to China, is sweeter and less acidic than that of a common lemon, and a Meyer lemon's skin is edible. Okay. The flavor of a Meyer lemon, and this lemon is a fruit native to China. That's correct. The flavor is sweeter and less acidic than that of a common lemon. That's correct. And a Meyer lemon skin is edible. Skin, singular, singular. Yeah, all correct. E. After his first week on the job, George realized that he would need to respond to customers' complaints more tactful than he had so far. Okay, this is an easy one. Realized that he would need to respond more tactfully. Respond is the verb. This has to be an adverb than he had responded so far. C. 25. Thanks to the strength of the bonds between its constituent carbon atoms, a diamond has exceptional physical properties that makes it useful in a wide variety of industrial applications. Okay, thanks to the strength of the bonds between its constituent carbon atoms. Okay, this is correct. A diamond has exceptional physical properties, so far so good, that makes. What is the subject of makes? This is the verb. A diamond makes it useful, or the properties makes it useful? It's the properties, so this is wrong. Properties that make it useful. It has to be plural. D is the correct answer. The firefly, which emits its characteristic glow from an area under the abdomen, is able to produce light with almost no energy loss in the form of heat. The firefly, which emits, singular, present tense, that's fine, its characteristic glow from an area under their abdomen. Nothing plural here. Under its abdomen. Its abdomen. Because it's the abdomen of the firefly, under its abdomen. So the answer is B. Is able, that's correct, the firefly is able to produce light with almost no energy loss in the form of heat. Yeah, answer B. 27. Many environmentalists think that it is just as important to use existing energy sources efficiently than it is to develop pollution-free means of generating energy. Okay. Just as important to use existing as it is. As. C. The combination of the refined and the rudimentary were reflected in the medieval castle, where rooms hung with rich tapestries were poorly heated and furnished with plain benches. Okay, were reflected is a verb. What's the subject here? The subject is the combination. Combination is singular, so this is wrong. The combination was reflected in the medieval castle, where rooms hung with means the rich tapestries were hanging in the rooms, and the rooms were say, for example, decorated with rich tapestries. Rich tapestries, yeah. So this is an adjective. That's correct. Were poorly heated and furnished with plain benches. Correct. So A is the answer. Last one, number 29. Spotting Kim and I looking at the giant pandas, Brianna carefully maneuvered through the crowd and squeezed between us to get a look at them herself. So Brianna saw us, right? Spotting Kim and me. Anytime it's us, spotted us, she spotted us, spotting us, looking at the giant pandas, spotting Kim and me looking at the giant pandas. Brianna carefully maneuvered, carefully is correct, verb, adverb, through the crowd and squeezed between us, yep, between the two of us, correct, to get a look at them herself. Them is correct. She wanted to look at the pandas herself. Answer is A.